Former Steeler and Super Bowl champion Mike Logan live in studio every week during Steelers season for 1 hour of the best football talk heard anywhere.
60 minutes of hard-nosed physical football. Am I right, man?
Mike Logan on TribLIVE Radio, Trib Total Media. See what's next. The Mike Logan Show is brought to you by Social Status, Power, Prestige, Prosperity. Online at socialstatuspgh.com. And by Frank Walker Law, criminal defense and injury lawyer. Online at frankwalkerlaw.com.
The Mike Logan Show is also brought to you by WHOLEY'S Alaskan Grill.
Oh, this ought to be fun today. It's the Logan Show here on TribLIVE Radio. Ken Laird and Guy Junker just along for the ride. Mike Logan, the stage is yours. Pittsburgh loses 31-10 at the lakefront.
Well, let me just say this. It was a very draining day for me yesterday, as one of my college roommates is from Cleveland. And So I told you last week on air that he was excited that the Browns were just favored over the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was a victory for him in itself before the game was even played. So can you imagine what I had to endure during the game yesterday, to which I had to just completely turn off the TV, thinking that, you know, it was some superstitious things where if I looked twice and blink at the screen, things would change. They didn't change. Therefore, my phone did not stop ringing, vibrating from all the messages that I was getting from my roommate, who is a avid Cleveland Browns fan.
Well, you lost once to Cleveland as a player, once. In your, 6 years here?
Yeah.
It's not a fun feeling, isn't it? I'm sure as a player either.
It's tough. I mean, it's really tough, and I know the mentality is, you know, Cleveland's one of those teams that's on the roster and that's on the schedule that you mark the W on before you even look at the entire schedule and play it out. So I think the mentality is we kind of take that game for granted. But yesterday, the fashion in which they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers made this particular game very, very tough to watch. It really was.
You know, Guy, a lot of Steelers fans have used the word embarrassed this morning. People take it for granted that you're going to beat this team. I mean, I know you had picked Cleveland to win the game, but 31-10 is another manner of winning it. Is that word accurate this morning? Should fans feel embarrassed? Should the organization feel embarrassed?
Well, I don't think it losing the game, but losing in the manner that they did. I mean, those two touchdowns in a little over 2 minutes, all those big plays. How did tight ends get that wide open down the field? So that's the embarrassing part. But you've seen this coming for a while. Cleveland has used their draft picks. They've been building, have been better defensively. They've been kind of a quarterback away. I don't think Brian Hoyer is the next best thing since sliced bread, but they have a great offensive line, a strong running game. He's protected in the pocket, and it shows you what an offense can do when they're functioning the way it's set up to go. The final score is embarrassing, and I think the loss to Tampa I think is embarrassing. I think their overall situation, and I don't even know if embarrassing is the right word, because that shows you a sense of entitlement. It's professional sports; everybody gets paid. It's not, you don't have an inalienable right to beat Cleveland every year just because you have for 20 years.
Right, and that's the thing. Prior to this game, I was cheering for Cleveland to get better and make the series competitive, so we can enjoy it. You know, the old days of going up the turnpike and enjoying that rivalry. So I was almost cheering for them to get better. I don't think it would have been as bad if they would have lost a 23-20 game. They went in there and battled out. Or if Baltimore came in and beat Pittsburgh 31-10. It's the fact that it is the Cleveland Browns. And that's what made this loss it was just a crushing feeling when the final score was 31-10.
I think if you pause